Okay, so I'm here with Georgia Brown, and she is from Warwick, Queensland. And I was just speaking to her about her history with how she got to America and how she got started. And I thought that maybe she could share with everyone that would possibly be thinking about doing the same thing. So, Georgia, why don't you just tell me how you got started, how you found your job in America, and what you've been doing since then?
Yep, so I finished high school in 2017 and I was just looking for a job for a gap year, and I've always wanted to be a horse trainer, so I was just looking for whatever opportunities I could get. I had a friend in Australia who had this high school friend from way back, and she said, look, I know you can't find a job right now, like it's kind of tough finding these opportunities, especially in Australia. I'd been overseas working in Canada, I couldn't find anything there. She said, I've got this friend, she is married to a cutting horse trainer. They're always looking for help, so if you ever want a job, just let me know. And sure enough, it got to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I want an opportunity, I'm gonna go to America. And I messaged these people on Facebook and said, hey, this is the deal. I've been writing for my whole life, and I really want to learn, I want to work hard, I'm not afraid of hard work. Said I'll do anything you need me to do. I just, would really appreciate any kind of opportunity you can give me. And she was like, hell yeah, hop aboard. And so here we are. I think it was about a month later, I hopped on a plane and came to America. I didn't know anyone here. They picked me up at the airport, and I went to work the very next day. It was very, very jet lagged for a while, but the next weekend we were at a pre-work and a show, and the week after that we came to Futurity, and it was kind of straight in the deep end, straight from the get-go, but it has been the best experience of my life.
So how many years ago was that?
That was 4 years ago.
4 years ago. So who did you go work for?
Brad Mitchell.
Yep.
His wife Anna Mitchell is from Australia originally.
Yep. So how long did you stay with Brad and Anna?
I was with Brad for 3 years.
Yep. And so where are you now?
I'm currently working for Ryan Moore in Missouri.
Yep.
Brad lives in Texas.
Yep. That's a bit of a difference.
It's been a fun change. Yeah.
It's a bit of a difference from Texas to Missouri.
Definitely a bit of a climate change.
Yeah. So what did you get to do this year?
So when I was in Texas, we're a lot closer to all of the aged events, the really big shows like Futurity and the Super Stakes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And up north in Missouri and those surrounding states, they tend to do a lot more weekend shows. They still come down here, but we just have a lot more opportunity to do that kind of thing. We have a lot more customers up there close by, so we have been hauling all year for the weekend shows and hauling for the World Finals, and I was lucky enough this year to haul for the 2000 Limited Rider, and I've just competed in the World Finals. That was really fun. That was an awesome experience.
So where did you start when you got into the World Finals? What number were you?
I was 9th when I started in the World Finals. I came in at 9th.
Yep.
I ended up 7th.
That's awesome. So how much money did you win through the show?
Just this week I won $1,700.
That's awesome. So that would make you probably pretty over the 2,000 limited rider limit for next year?
Just a little bit, yeah. I think we're at almost 11,000.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Which has been an awesome achievement. I didn't think, especially when I came over here 4 years ago, I didn't think that would ever be possible in the next 4 to 5 years. Like, that was not something I ever imagined for myself, but it's been really good.
But you obviously worked your butt off, and they saw that.
Yes.
And gave you the opportunity to, learn. And
when I came over here, I was like, look, if you give me horses to ride and you feed me and you give me like a stall to sleep in, like just a place to live, I will be over the moon. And I got over here, and first day he was like, oh yeah, just go get on this horse.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're going to pay you. That was just...
that sealed the deal. You didn't know that you were going to get paid.
Awesome. I think I'm going to stay.
Yeah, no, that's great. So what horse did you show this year, or did you have more than one?
I did have more than one right at the start of the year. I ended up showing Boonsand Jessie.
Yep.
It's a Boonsand 11-year-old gelding. We have a customer, Rick Reichard, I was lucky enough to get to show his horse, and he said, look, if you want to go haul for the world, I'm so proud of you. You just go take him for the year, and that was
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So what are your goals for next year?
Next year, I have no idea. At the start of this year, I didn't even think this was possible. I went to Ryan's, for a few more opportunities and a completely different experience, which is exactly what I got. I was lucky enough to get to start showing. I'd never shown before this, so that was awesome, and I was just happy with that. And then at about May or June, Rick finally said, hey, if you want to haul for the world, go ahead. And that's when I started doing that.
Yep.
And that's been, just an awesome opportunity that I didn't think I'd get to have. So
Yeah.
I don't even know where we're going next year.
Yeah, no, that's pretty awesome. And that's why I wanted to share your story. I just thought that there's a lot of people that would want to do the same thing that you're doing, and there's plenty of people here that need help, and as long as you're a hard worker, there's no doubt that you wouldn't be able to do something similar to what you're doing, because people like to reward that here and see people succeed and do well, and I can imagine that that owner and the whole team at Ryan Moore and everyone that's come in contact with you would just be thrilled for you. And so anyway, is there any advice that you'd like to give anyone that was thinking about doing the same thing?
Well, I think, like you said, most definitely the most valuable thing over here, the hardest thing to find at the moment is a good work ethic. I know that from trying to hire people to work with me as well, like it's incredibly difficult sometimes to find people who are willing to get in and willing to work and who really care about this job. So, I mean, if you're someone who really cares about this industry and really wants to learn and you can show that with how hard you work, people will give you whatever opportunities you want. I mean, it's just, there's open doors everywhere, and every single person in this industry is looking for help. So there's pages on Facebook like Loper Central and the Loping Pen, and there's another one called Lopers, What's So Hard About That? And they're all groups, and there's thousands of members on there, and you can just scroll through and find people looking for help and looking for jobs. And I mean, there's just so much opportunity over here, and it's so easy to find it.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to go back to Australia when you're done?
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Are you happy about that? Well, thanks, Georgia. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I just thought that it would be so cool for you to share with everyone that may have the same kind of dream that you do, and that it is definitely achievable. So thanks for that.